First time in an elevator, I'm always used to say, good morning. Nobody said anything back.
The hardest is like knowing that my mom was getting older, so she enjoys like going out with me to shop, and she shares with me that she really missed those days. Ready?
So nice to meet you! Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Anya.
My name is Charmaine. Felt like a blind date, right? Fortunately, we're both girls because I don't think our husbands will allow us to be doing this with another fellow man. So Anya, that's a really lovely name. Where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Netherlands. So I came to Singapore with my partner 2.5 years ago. How about yourself?
I grew up in Singapore. I was born in Singapore, and then I moved to Sydney, and I've been there for like more than a decade and recently just came back.
How would you describe your life in Singapore here right now?
I'm still adjusting. I think a lot has changed after 10 years, but I think it's really, really nice reconnecting back with friends and being able to spend a bit more time with the family as well.
What I really like about Singapore is there is such a variety of food. I love personally the laksa. Everything is so convenient. You need to go to a place, it's more than 5 minutes. People always say, oh, that's too far, la. I said, no, la, it's fine. I'm very used to traveling. Public transport, the safety, and also the running scene here is great.
So I like the way, Anya, you put in your la.
9 months ago, we followed a Singlish course.
Oh, wow.
There's really a course here.
But I can't believe you can actually earn money like teaching Singlish.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And I think a lot of foreigners will be interested to learn it because it's actually quite fun, right?
It's not something that you think too much about until when I went to Australia, I bumped into someone from Singapore who's there on a holiday. First time I heard the Singlish that they were speaking, I just felt a sense of warmth. I was like, oh, that's a Singaporean. So Anya, when you moved to a new country, have you ever felt like an outsider?
The moment when I felt an outsider was my first time at work in an elevator. I'm always used to say, good morning. Nobody said anything back. And there was one uncle beside me and he said, Miss, are you new here? I said, yes. Yeah, he said, but this is our culture, so it's not rude. I was really happy that he showed that with me. And I'm like, this is part of the learning journey. The first weeks, I didn't know anyone else. So what I did was, every night, I went to a different hawker. I approached the aunties and uncles. At first, they were like, why does she want to talk to me? And when I explained that I was new and I would love to hear their stories and Singapore's life, they were actually quite open. They love it, by the way.
I think that's quite brave of you. You really showed a lot of genuine curiosity.
While you were in Australia, what was the hardest part for you?
I think the hardest is like knowing that my mom was getting older, so she enjoys like going out with me to shop, to eat together, and she shares with me that she really missed those days. And I'm just so conscious that as she gets older, you know that maybe there's a time limit to how long you can be away for.
I have one brother and he's always teasing me. You're never at my birthday specifically. It sounds like a joke, but I know that there's a truth in it. The hardest part, I must say, is missing family and friends.
Do you feel like the feeling of as an outsider make you feel more lonely or excited, or a mix of both?
In the end, I think it's more excited because if you do have that open mindset, you will get to know a lot of people.
Like the Australian churches over there, they have social hangouts. When I was there to actually meet single guys, but ended up meeting a really awesome lady who's also there for the same reason. And then we became best friends. She ended up being my bridesmaid, actually coming to Singapore for our wedding.
Oh, that's lovely.
So yeah, you form like really lifelong friendships there, and who would have thought it happened just through putting yourself in different environments.
Yeah, absolutely.
What was the one moment that made you feel like you start to belong now more in this community?
I'm a runner and I had no idea that the running scene here was that big. One of the best parts was when I was invited during Chinese New Year to join a steamboat party at one of my running friends at their home. And that was where I felt like, okay, now I really belong here. So Charmaine, I'm curious, how does home feel for you?
I used to think home was a place, but I realized eventually it became my home is just because I found my community, I find really good friends. Eventually met my husband over there. But then Singapore has always remained home for me. So I would say I have found two homes. Home is where, the people you love is actually surrounding you.
I also have two homes. When I go back to Netherlands, of course, that's definitely home. But I also say to them, like, I'm going back home where Singapore is, where you also have a different life and also surrounded by great people around you. The moment that I really felt home was the moment that Roy came a month later and I was proud of knowing the ways.
Oh, you're the local now.
Knowing the
Showing him
local.
the way, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Mm.
I really felt like this is our home now.
If someone moves here tomorrow, what's your advice going to be?
Most importantly, have an open mindset, be proactively, and also be patient. Meeting new people, going out, not staying at home the whole day. That really helped. Make Singapore a home faster. My parents came over. They said to each other, "Wow, this is a crazy city, well, isn't it?" And Roy and I were laughing, and we said to each other, "Yeah, Mom, Dad, this is our home."
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's really lovely.
It's really great meeting you, by the way.
Yes, likewise. It will be really interesting to see how you look like.
Yeah, me too.
I got a hint. You said you're tall. So the hawker people said you were tall.
Now you guys can turn around and see each other for the first time.
Ready?
So nice to meet you.
Oh, so lovely to meet
Hello.
you. Aww.
It was a nice chat, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I feel like love is blind thing. Like finally you put a face to the
To the
boys.
person.
Yeah.